Greetings! Welcome to the Road Cook. Today's my easy peasy day. We just got done making, or starting to make marinara sauce. Very, very simple in a crock pot. And now we're going to make Italian style meatballs. What isn't Italian is extremely debatable. Again, just insanely simple. I start out with about 3 pounds of very nice, good quality beef. Generally, I grind my own. There's my lazy day. To that, 2 eggs. Now, a little bit about eggs. Grades. Grade A, whatever. It's a ripoff. It just refers to the size. Has nothing to do with quality, health, or anything like that. Cage, or what do they call that? Open cage, free range, another marketing ploy. All that means is they open the door in the cage. The barn door might be closed. All right. The best, healthiest eggs, or raise your own. You can't do that. Pasture raised, grass fed. These refer to chickens that are out in the field. They can run around, eat natural stuff. Also avoid pasteurized. You want, I don't remember the term, in honey they call it raw, but in any case, if it's pasteurized, you don't want it. Forgot my glasses again, sorry. Causes all kinds of reflections in the camera. So yeah, grass-fed, pasture-fed chicken eggs are the best. Try to avoid pasteurized. Anytime anything is pasteurized, it means it's heated and all the good stuff is killed. What's the point? Okay. 3 pounds of hamburger, 2 eggs, 1 cup of Italian breadcrumbs. Now this is a good brand. I like to make my own. Again, I'm being lazy. But let me point something out. Good brand, quality brand. Right here. Let's see if we can get in there on it. That says 400 grams or 18% sodium. That's a lot of salt. Don't need it, don't want it. So, I will not add more salt. That's more than enough. What is it? 18%. By the time this dilutes it, it'll probably be down to 9, maybe 10%. Most of my stuff that I make from scratch is like 2%. Okay. One cup breadcrumbs, 2 eggs, 3 pounds of hamburger. That is absolutely all there is to it. You don't need to do anything else. And as a matter of fact, because we're being lazy today, we're going to break out Big Red. Come on, Red. I'm not even going to mix this by hand. Use a paddle. You'll get better results. Hooks are just for breads. Pretty much. That's not exact. You notice I plugged it in first. That was dumb. Don't plug it in first. Put on your tools first. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Alright, start out very slow. Always. Now, as I said, that's all there is to it, the breadcrumbs and the eggs. Do you stop there? Completely up to you. Right now I want to make sure I got a good consistency. It's looking wonderful. Alright, optional items. I got about, a good tablespoon, maybe a little more, fresh chopped garlic. Love it. I have about 2 tablespoons fresh chopped parsley. If you happen to come across Italian parsley, it's the best. It's got a big leaf. It's got a bolder flavor. But about 2 tablespoons of parsley, fresh chopped. The reason I'm doing this is primarily for color, for the look. You'll be able to see chunks of garlic and parsley in the meatball, and it just make it look prettier. But also health benefits. You know, here you've got the beta carotene from the parsley. Garlic's got insane health benefits too, but the more you heat it, the more you kill those benefits. So I don't even consider the garlic in this dish of any health value. To that, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of black pepper, just because I want to. My handy dandy little coffee grinder, a multi-tool if you've ever seen one. I like this better than a regular hand pepper grinder for the simple fact that you can do more faster. You know, if all you're doing is throwing a little pepper on a dish, by all means get a pepper mill. But if you're in a hurry and you got to do a lot, why not? Alright, one last thing just because I want to. Let's throw in a shot of sweet Marsala. Remember, too much wine will turn your dish bitter. I just want a splash. All that's doing is adding a touch of sweetness, and will help as it heats up and the alcohol evaporates, it'll pull the flavors together. Alright, again, slowly. Seems like all my power tools are monsters around here. My burr stick is a evil Evinrude, and old Big Red here, I hardly get above 2. She's just vicious. I think you got a 540 watt motor. And that, friends and neighbors, is all there is to it. Unplug it. Don't be dumb like me. There you have some beautiful meatball stuff. You could just take this like it is and stuff it in the pan and turn it into meatloaf if you want. I usually add a trinity to my meatloaves, but still, that's about all you need. Okay. Big Red, thank you very much. I'll put you back to sleep a minute. Okay. Now we need our scale. And I'm just going to take an old plastic lid. I have hamburger parchment paper that you can put on it, but it tends to stick to it. And you peel it off and peel it off. I just grab a Tupperware lid, throw it on there. All right. So now I need my cookie sheet. Tell it's my lazy day. I'm not even close to being prepared. Okay. 1 cookie sheet. Little bit of cookie sheet grease. Here again, parchment papers are great for this. I just don't happen to have any. And then all you got to do is weigh them and roll them. For this dish, I want a 2-ounce meatball. This is 3 pounds of hamburger. 2-ounce meatball is going to render, come on brain, 3 pounds, 16, 32, 48, half of 48 is 24. 24 meatballs. I had that figured out before. Why I lost it in my brain, I don't know. 1 ounce meatballs, of course, 48. 2 ounce meatballs is going to give you 24. These freeze wonderfully. Usually when I make these for the house, I'll make a couple cookie sheets full. Cook them off, cool them down, vacuum seal them, and we just take them as we need them. Okay. Now, if you happen to have a melon ball that's this big, that's fine. I do not. There's my 2-ounce meatball. It's pretty big, but in this case, that's what I want. And baking these things is going to take a good half hour, probably 45 minutes. Depending on the hamburger you're using, they'll shrink up. Anywhere about maybe a third. Like I said, depends. This is fairly lean. I don't expect a whole lot of shrinking. And I'm looking for a meal that when I serve it, you pretty much have to cut the meatball and the spaghetti. That's my intention in this. Just to show you, I'll do a 1 ounce here, which is generally what I do. Also, if you notice, I can almost eyeball a 2 ounce. 1 ounce, for some reason, doesn't work good for me. But there you are. That's a 1 ounce, and that's pretty darn good. All right. And that's all there is to it. I'm going to bake them off for about half hour, 45 minutes, depending. And I'll come back and take a look at them maybe. All right? See you in about an hour. All right, welcome back. Been about 20 minutes now. I had a change of heart, changed my mind, something I'm guilty of. The 2 ounce balls were simply too big. They were more like a meatball for a sub sandwich. So I went back to the 1 ounce, which of course cut the cooking time down. So it only took about 20 minutes. They did not shrink very much. Like I said, it was a pretty lean burger. You can see there's a little bit of grease here, but there were other things in there, the egg, the wine, that moisture all combined to come out there. But bottom line, we got a really beautiful little meatball, minus the thingies. Gorgeous. Go ahead and cut that in half and take a look. I always make 1 or 2 extra so I can cut them open. I don't always trust a probe. I don't always trust my finger. I want to make sure. Also, you need a sample. I mean, you got to. That was everything I was looking for, and a little more. That Marsala I threw in there was enough sweetness. It merged with the raw garlic and the parsley and gives these things a wonderful flavor. I say you don't have to put those in. It's an option, but it's something to consider. Also, a note. Now, I live on almost a salt-free diet, and I did not put salt in here because it had 400 milligrams in a cup of breadcrumbs. These taste salty to me. Chances are, I didn't look, the Marsala wine probably has a certain level of sodium in it as well. So just be careful. Be careful with your salts. It will catch up with you, and too much is no good. I mean, we all need salt. Have to have it. Just a little bit. Everything in moderation. All right. Thanks for stopping by The Road Cook. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful, fantastic day, and be good to one another. We'll see you next time.